swallowed star 496 Pure Feather Family. Chapter 496, Pure Feather Family. As the center of a 10 million km area, Swallow Mound City's walls were about 300 m high. It was so long that one couldn't even see the end in sight. It was almost like an endless black mountain range. And the door of the city was close to 100 m wide and 200 m tall. A group of scaled armored fierce-looking soldiers stood there to collecting the entrance fee. Quick, pay up. You wish to enter without money? You must be looking to die. The group of intimidating soldiers carried either a large blade each or huge axe were yelling and shouting occasionally. With a glance, Luo Feng was able to determine that the aboriginals of Blood River World were indeed very strong. Even these soldiers were all-star Traveler 5 and up. If they were placed on Earth, any one of them would be considered to have a presence of a demon god. Of course, on Blood River World they were only normal soldiers. Young Master Na Ku is here. Hurry and make way, let Master Na Ku enter the city. The intrepid soldiers were incredibly passionate, not even collecting the entrance fee from Na Ku and his team. However, that Thunder Uncle still smiled happily and brandished a black currency. For you and the brothers to have a drink. The leading soldier took it normally, becoming extra friendly. Wine, whether it was made through fruits or grains, consisted of millions of different types of drinks, all under the same name. I wonder what the wine of Blood River World tastes like. Luo Feng revealed a smile. After entering the city, Na Ku said passionately, Big Brother Feng, I'm very familiar with this city. Why not stay at my house for a bit? After a bit of rest, I'll bring you around the city to take a look. Even though this city is huge, there isn't a place I don't know. Yes, Lord Feng. Beside, Thunder Uncle 2 was all smiles, and behind him the guards all looked on at Luo Feng, not making a sound. To be able to instantly kill the 13 axe. What kind of person was he? In Swallow Mound, there were indeed quite a few powers capable of such a feat. However, for one to single-handedly kill all them, such an absolute warrior was countable by one hand. No need, we'll part here. Luo Feng said. He had already finished reading the details of the Blood River Crystal. Hence, he had already formulated a plan on how to complete the mission. At the same time, Luo Feng didn't want to get too close to the Na family. After all, if he ended up staying with them, there would be trouble after. Part. Na Ku was stunned. Thunder Uncle's expression too was nervous, thinking, this absolute warrior is just leaving? Na Ku nodded, looking at Luo Feng. Big Brother Feng, if I wish to see you in the city, will I be able to? Luo Feng looked at the silver-armored youth before him, smiling. Where's the best hotel in Swallow Mound? Flying Cloud Pavilion. The silver-armored youth said. If you wish to find me, then go there. Luo Feng smiled. Na Ku nodded. Following which Luo Feng turned and walked into the long path that seemed to stretch on forever. His silhouette became a blur, and in an instant he had gone far away. Na Ku, Thunder Uncle and the guards all watched the distant black-armored mysterious warrior, who was carrying a blade and shield. Thunder Uncle said excitedly, in my entire lifetime, this was probably the strongest warrior I've ever gotten close to. Na Ku nodded. Let's go, young master, we'll go home. The tall and sturdy Thunder Uncle said. The matters of this Lord Feng, it's best that we tell the old master. Especially about the Yu family matters, we have to tell him too. I feel that it's probably no small matter. Go, return home. Na Ku brought his guards and swiftly rushed home. Swallow Mound was simply too huge, a city with an area of 1,000 kilometers. Na Ku and his group took close to an hour to get home. Na family, they were considered one of the higher merchant families in Swallow Mound. As Swallow Mound territory expanded over 10 million kilometers in area, compared to the diameter of Earth, which was only about 10,000 kilometers. Such a huge city naturally resulted in the population being huge as well. Also, the number of family powers too was vast, like the fish and shrimp in the ocean. Na family, Yu family, they were considered the middle-level families. Organizations like the 13 Acts were the upper powers. Na family mansion. Dressed in a beautiful black robe, the silver-haired man's expression was stunned. He was shocked as he listened to his son Na-Ku and Thunder Uncle's story. Extremely powerful, Dad. You didn't see? The leader of the 13 axe killed that Yu Yen Ta like killing livestock, just one axe strike and he died. However, the 13 axe against Big Brother Feng didn't even have any resistance. I only saw 13 silhouettes and 13 blade flashes. The 13 axe couldn't even react before they died. Yes, old master, young master is speaking the truth. How can that be? The silver-haired middle-aged man Nabu calmed down after a while. To accomplish so much for the Na family business, he was careful and meticulous. This warrior, absolute warrior. Nabu looked on at his own son. Where is he? We split after we entered the city. I invited him to stay here with us, but he didn't accept it. However, he said if we wish to see him we can go to Flying Cloud Pavilion. Naka said, his eyes gleamed. Dad, let's go there now. No. Nabu frowned and said softly. This absolute warrior chose to separate it after entering the city. Obviously he doesn't want to get too close to us. You tell me the entire story of how you met him in detail again once more to me. Yes. Naku immediately began his story. The more he listened, the more Nabu's expression relaxed. Finally he smiled. Father. Naka looked at his father. Haha, Kiki, you are lucky. Nabu smiled. From what you've said, it seems this mysterious warrior Feng doesn't like to slaughter. If he can avoid it, he wouldn't kill others. And he doesn't like to get too close to anyone, however he has a good impression of you. Otherwise he wouldn't agree to let you go see him. Naka replied excitedly. Then we should go now. No, Nabu shook his head. You just split and now you want to rush over already? If you meet him right away, he wouldn't appreciate it. No rush, we'll wait till tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll pay a visit to the warrior Feng. Alright, Lei Dong, accompany the young master back. Yes. The tall and sturdy Thunder Uncle brought Na-Ku and left, leaving only Nabu in the room. The silver-haired Nabu's eyes gleamed like that of an old fox. He said softly, Feng? Yu family? What exactly did the Yu family do to even arouse the 13 axe to rob and kill them? Swallow Mound City. Luo Feng wasn't in a rush to head to the hotel. He first took a good walk about the city, finding a random place to eat and drink, and to listen to the customers and their conversations. This way he was able to understand more about the affairs within the city. Blood River Continent didn't have a sun or moon. However, because of the movement of the 18 levels of clouds above, it made the continent shine and dim at different times that became their day. One day on Blood River Continent was about Earth's 7 days. In Swallow Mound City, Flying Cloud Pavilion was the most luxurious hotel. It had a diameter of 10 kilometers. This was bigger than some of Earth's county cities. Its interior was beautiful, and it could hold up to 500,000 guests. The crowd flowed in and out daily. With a large amount of people entering and leaving the country every day, the business here was very good. In the lobby of Flying Cloud Pavilion, there were 100 staff members stationed. Room. Luo Feng looked at the little young lady dressed in a black fur dress. We have the ground level, sky level, cloud level, which do you wish to stay in? As for price, the wall there shows it all. The lady smiled and replied. Cloud level. Luo Feng muttered. Cloud level room 2, daily rate of 3 large currency. The lady within smiled. Luo Feng reached and took out a purple currency and threw it on the table. The lady immediately grabbed it and began to work on Luo Feng's reservation. The currency of Blood River World was shaped like little blades. The currency denominations were split into little blade, red called little currency, middle blade black middle currency, large blade green large currency, and above that the most expensive purple blade called treasure currency. One middle currency was worth 1,000 little currency. One large currency was worth 1,000 middle currency. One treasure currency was worth 1,000 large currency. In the luxurious Flying Cloud Pavilion, the most luxurious room was the cloud level. It required 3 large currencies a night, akin to 3 million little currencies. This was not a place normal people could live in. And Luo Feng, having killed the 13 axe, had acquired all of their wealth. This amount of wealth was much more than the Na family's and Yu family's fortune combined. This little bit of money didn't bother him at all. "Lord, this way." A handsome youth dressed in staff attire respectfully led the way. Located in front of Luo Feng was a 3-story building with a flower garden and pond. Outside its yard were the words "Cloud Level." Not bad. Luo Feng looked through it properly. After a satisfying nod, he sat in the living room chair and looked at the waiter before him. "Whatever orders Lord has and whenever you wish to order them, please go ahead and call us. I'll be serving you for the days you stay in our Flying Cloud Pavilion." The young waiter said respectfully. "This is the first time I'm entering Swallow Mound City. I want you to tell me which places here are special, what big figures and powers there are." Luo Feng took out a jade green crystal blade currency. "The more detailed your information is, and if I'm satisfied, the better your reward will be." The waiter looked at the jade green currency and his eyes gleamed, saying, "I've lived in Swallow Mound City for over 200 years, and stayed in Flying Cloud Pavilion close to 100 years. I have heard much." The waiter immediately began to tell an endless depiction of everything. He was extremely excited, revealing all the big figures and important people there are in the city. He spoke for 2 whole hours before ending. He did not even take a breath in between. Luo Feng listened and nodded. "Very well, you've spoken well." Luo Feng's voice seemed to have some magic, causing the waiter's eyes to seem lifeless and dazed. "Here's some reward for you, leave now." The jade green currency landed in his hand. Only at this point did he awake from the daze. In his mind, however, he couldn't remember anything about Luo Feng's questioning from before. One had to know, Luo Feng could already use the slave imprint skill. Hence, against the star traveler punk, it was as easy as sleeping. "Thank you, Lord, thank you, Lord." The waiter grabbed the currency excitedly and left. Luo Feng closed his eyes. In his mind, everything the waiter had said before flashed through. His understanding of Swallow Mound City was much clearer now. Pure Feather Family? Looks like, if anything, this Pure Feather Family would have the highest possibility of having a Blood River crystal. Luo Feng muttered.